Welcome back to Inside Indiana Overtime. I'm Seth Tao. He's Sam Beishuizen from Rivals. We're at Assembly Hall, and we just watched Indiana break their 5-game losing streak, beat Northwestern by 1 point, 63-62 on senior night. And senior night got a little wacky, a little surprising for Colin Hartman, who proposed to his girlfriend during a senior day speech. That was unexpected.
Yeah, I think for everybody, except for like Tom Crean, who apparently knew. No, nobody else knew.
Yeah. So that was a wild way to cap off a wild game, really. I mean, Indiana was in full control really at the end of the first half. A 22-0 run, capped off by Devontae Green, launching a shot from really the other three-point line.
Just about, yeah.
Over 70 feet and banking it in. I mean, that was incredible.
I've never seen it. Actually, I would say we've never seen anything like it before. But the Maryland women's team, they did the same thing at the end of like the third quarter a couple weeks before. I think it was even further back. I forget who that was at the time.
Yeah.
But no, it was a stupid shot.
Yeah. It almost you can almost tell just with the way Indiana was shooting towards the end of the half that like that shot was somehow going to find a way in.
Which is weird that you're saying, I knew the 70-footer was going to go in. They were shooting so well.
You just kind of got that sense. I mean, Blackman just kind of hit a pull-up three at one point during that run, and that was really almost team heat check. Like, is he really going to take this right now? And just drained it, and that made it like a 19-point run. And I mean, that's when I started to kind of think about last season when they had that 28-0 run at Michigan. Obviously, not quite as big of a run as that, but still impressive. That put Indiana up by 10 at halftime, but I mean, it didn't take long for Indiana to kind of let that lead slip.
Yeah, I think 7.5 minutes in the second half, give or take, and suddenly Northwestern was up by 1. And I thought, man, I was trying to go back and see like what team's gone on a stupider run than 22-0 and lose a game, because that's just unheard of. But it seemed like that was going to happen for a long time.
Right, and it really just felt like the same old storyline that we've seen really the entire month and for a lot of the season. Just Indiana's going to find a new way to lose a game. And I mean, blowing a 22, I'll give Crean credit. Blowing a 22-0 lead run, 22-0 run would be pretty creative. But Indiana rallied, and they were down 7 with a minute and a half to play. Crean credited the defense down the stretch, and there was a particularly big three from James Blackman with like 38 seconds left to play. And then, Crean called, someone called timeout. And I was a little surprised that Crean elected to not foul there.
Yeah, I kind of expected him to as well, and say, I mean, the situation was Indiana needed a stop. Quite frankly,
Right.
Indiana just needed a stop of any sort. And at that point, I think
Down by 2.
The whole time I'm thinking Bryant McIntosh is going to do it. Bryant McIntosh is going to have his Indiana moment. Indiana kid's going to hit a shot against the Hoosiers and just say, take that. Indiana fans who booed me when I was introed, booed me all last year when I only had 4 points against a team that didn't offer me. I thought it was going to be Bryant McIntosh, just dagger, and he can't convert. Suddenly Indiana has new life. They're down 2, and you think, at that point I'm thinking, we're going to get like a Blackman three-pointer, kind of like we did against Penn State. Instead, Indiana goes in the post. They give it to Thomas Bryant, who scores. Not only scores, but the and one with 3.6 seconds left?
Yeah, it was like 2.
So they tie the game up with the and one, just the bucket itself. Then Thomas is going to the line to shoot one to give him the lead, and you're thinking, okay, this is either going to be heroic or another Indiana thing. Bounces off the back of the iron, way into the air. I mean, almost the top of the scoreboard, basically.
Yeah,
I mean, not the scoreboard, the backboard.
Yeah.
Hits the glass, falls in, and they take the lead.
And it hit the rim again on the second time down.
It did, coming back down.
Yeah, I mean, talk about a lucky bounce.
It was a lucky bounce. It was truly an NIT saving bounce. It was. I mean, I'm not trying to. I mean, I know it sounds funny, but like I'm not trying.
It very well.
In all seriousness, that bounce you might look back on. I'm praying right now. 2 or 3 weeks from now, and you might say, you know what? Because Thomas Bryant's free throw bounced as high as it could off the glass and fell in, Indiana's going to the NIT. Which is, it's good or terrible. It depends.
Yeah, but depending on your vantage point right now. But what isn't, everyone's going to talk about the Bryant dunk. I thought James Blackman made a really smart play there. He did a little hesitation move to kind of draw. He had like 3 defenders on him
Literally,
at that point.
all the guards.
Everyone in the building myself included, everyone in the building expected James Blackman to take that shot because
that's what he does.
Yeah, he is the guy. I mean, you saw it against Penn State that he hit the game-winning shot. He is the guy that Indiana wants with the ball in his hands for the fateful shot, but he made a really smart pass, a really good pass to Thomas Bryant, who converted.
You look smart. James looks smart.
Yeah. Indiana wins 63-62.
What else? We got Tim Priller.
Yeah, Tim Priller stepped on the court tonight.
Yeah, with like 5 minutes left, with Indiana down. I think
Yeah,
5 or so.
It was still a ball game.
Tim Priller enters the game.
This was his first game action since mid-December.
And that was against, a Kennesaw State-esque team. Was it Kennesaw State?
It was somebody like a Kennesaw State. It was against a cup game.
And Tim Priller goes out and plays because of his defense, apparently. They were playing some sort of zone that Tom Crean wanted Tim Priller out there. He grabbed a board, called for a foul, so busy day. And, how many minutes did Tim Priller play? 2 minutes. It felt like more than that because it mattered. And it was a Big Ten game, and, there was implications on the line. But good for Tim Priller. Maybe we'll see more of him.
Man. Who knows?
Is that bad?
Yeah, I don't know. But Indiana really had a team effort on the rebounds tonight. No one really had an astounding number of rebounds, but they had 6 players that had 5 or 6 rebounds. Juwan Morgan and Thomas Bryant tied for the team lead with 6 rebounds. And they had some really clutch rebounds, and especially, you talk about the James Blackman rebound at the end. That was huge.
That's on the McIntosh miss.
Right, yeah. That was obviously really, really important.
It's a big game all around for everybody. It's hard to knock anybody on this team who played significant minutes. They played well when they had to.
Yeah.
And isn't that what matters, I guess? We haven't seen that out of this Indiana team lately.
So this actually ensures that Indiana can't finish below 500 before the Big Ten tournament.
That's positive.
Yeah, there's something.
Silver linings, you have them here.
Yeah, it's the small things. So Indiana 16-13, 6-10 in the Big Ten, and they are on the road for the rest of the season. They're going to play Purdue on Tuesday. Obviously, rivalry game, big game at Mackey. I'll be there.
I'll be there as well.
Yeah.
Competing sites, though.
Yeah.
So it's senior night. Anything can happen at Assembly Hall.
It's Sam's senior night at Assembly Hall.
So that's what we did. I didn't propose. I didn't get proposed to. I thought Ken Bykoff was going to propose to me. He didn't.
There's still time.
Ken's still in the building, so who knows?
I prefer to keep you my side piece.
Oh, yeah, it's Ken. Oh, we're going to miss Ken.
And on that note, for Sam Beishuizen, I'm Seth Tao. We will talk to you later.